As you know, Gee, Supreme Court races are supposed to be nonpartisan, but Mungia has the endorsement of just about every high-profile Democrat and organization, and Larson had the single endorsement of the state Republican Party. So this is the first time since 2012 that Washington has had a contested race for an open Supreme Court seat. My question is, are we better served with a state Supreme Court that is all leaning one direction?
Yes.
And I say no.
Okay. Well, here's why I say yes, because just like you said, that these judges are supposed to be impartial. These judges are supposed to base their decisions on usually, legal precedents and different statutes and, of course, the Constitution. But let's be real. A lot of these judges are influenced a lot by their philosophical leanings. We have just seen that on the federal level. We have just seen the rolling back of time that is happening. Me personally, I'm going to trust the judges that lean towards all civil rights, the liberties, a fight for marginalized communities, the LGBTQ, unless I'm wrong. Unless you guys can show me a right-leaning judge that comes out and fights for that. Because I don't feel that.
You did bring up the U.S. Supreme Court, and you and I have expressed our issues with how it is right now, with Trump getting 3 justices, and now hopefully everyone stays alive so that he doesn't have a chance to appoint another one. Mm-hmm. And my question is, why is it not okay to have a conservative-leaning court when in this case we have all 9 justices now on the state Supreme Court who are liberal?
I just told you that I don't.
So it's okay only if it's liberal.
I don't trust the right-leaning judges these days. I don't trust that because I know I've seen history. I've seen what it's like for judges to have their philosophical leanings and reasonings and ideology be the reasons why that they don't want progress. That's why for me.
So oftentimes on the show you will say, and people will say, oh, gee, you sound like a conservative. Some of the things that you believe in are considered conservative ideas. Now, with this particular makeup of the court, basically you're not going to be feeling like you're well represented if you are a conservative in this state.
I don't like when we talk about well represented. I just want you to know.
I know you said it comes down to.
I don't trust you. I don't trust you on the right-leaning conservative judges.
I mean, but there's going to be impacts, right? So a fully liberal state Supreme Court might have really broad environmental rules that they push through that are going to impact some businesses. Or, they might uphold a law giving homeless people more civil rights, those kinds of things. Homes, like businesses, law and order, that kind of thing, they're going to have an impact on. But correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, they might even uphold a ban on assault weapons. Or a
ban on the death penalty.
Okay, but I also don't see them taking away people's rights actively. Like, there's no chance a liberal Supreme Court will take away your right to abortion. There's no way that they will invalidate your marriage. There's no way that they will grant Governor Jay Inslee immunity from all actions while in office.
I understand all that, and for someone who believes in all those things, I understand the value of that.
Yeah.
But if I am not someone who has that lens, that worldview, how am I represented by an all left-leaning state Supreme Court?
You're absolutely right. And it wouldn't even really hurt to have one.
Time out.
Right. They're going to get overruled.
What worldview is not being represented? I want to see what worldview might not somebody have?
Whether it's smaller government, whether it's right to bear arms, all of the conservative values,
which seems to also be the lack of support for marginalized groups in this country, the lack of support for the LGBTQ community.
I think there would be many conservatives who would say, I don't lack support for that.
I don't trust it anymore. They have not shown otherwise. Unless you got, and by the way, text in, show me Show me where they have fought for the civil rights and the liberties and all those things. Because at this present time, as a country, we are going backwards compared to 1964.
And I don't disagree with that. But again, I don't think that we are well represented if we only have one worldview when it comes to any court. And I certainly don't want that on our federal level, which is the case right now.
My worldview is equality. That's my worldview.
Hey, mine too.